Welcome back, folks. Today gave bulls the kind of explosive rally they had been desperate to see after weeks of brutal pressure. Stocks ripped, the dollar backed off hard, small caps reclaimed key support, and metals plus crypto joined the move. But even with all that strength, several key charts still closed right at the kinds of levels that could decide whether this was the start of something bigger or just another wild counter-trend bounce. We're going to break this all down and get into what we're seeing, but real quick before we do, if you're new here, welcome to today's stock market summary, and please note that none of this is buying or selling advice. We're just calling what we see happening in the charts as things develop.
Yeah, the energy shift today was just, well, it was massive. I mean, looking at the broad action, the Russell 2000 ETF, the IWM, popped right back above its 200-day moving average.
Right, which is a huge psychological level for small caps.
Exactly. And a big driver there was the dollar, the DXY, dropping hard. It totally rejected that double top we mentioned yesterday. And, when the dollar backs off like that, it effectively takes the boot off the neck of risk assets. It gives equities room to run.
So the broad indices had room to breathe, but man, you look under the hood at individual charts and they just look totally coiled up.
Well, absolutely. I mean, take financials, XLF. It rallied beautifully today, but slammed the brakes exactly at a descending resistance trend line. Plus, we're seeing these really tight symmetrical triangle consolidations forming in Roku, Corning Incorporated, that's GLW, and Seagate Technology Holdings, STX.
Right. Buyers and sellers are just compressing until something snaps. But what about AST Space Mobile, ASTS? After that bearish death hook we saw last week, it bounced perfectly off support today. Does this mean the bears are finally exhausted?
Not necessarily exhausted, but they're definitely being forced to cover their shorts, Knowing where those invisible floors are changes how you view the whole board.
Hey, don't forget, if you've got a stock you're watching or a question about the markets, let us know in the comments. We want to know what you're tracking to make these videos more relevant if possible, and we'll do our best to talk about what we see in a future episode. And as always, drop a like if you appreciate these market summaries, and click subscribe too so you can stay updated.
Right. So to understand today's technical setups, you really have to look at the macro spark. We had JOLTS data come in at 6.882 million, which shows a cooling labor market.
Yeah, which gets Wall Street hoping for rate cuts.
Exactly. That mattered at the margin. But the real fire starter came from AP, and Barron's reporting that the U.S.-Iran geopolitical conflict might be nearing an end. That easing of tension is what sent this market vertical.
It really was like a stretched rubber band snapping back, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the VIX was over 30 before the open, and less than 20% of S&P 500 stocks were above their 50-day moving average.
Yeah, totally oversold.
So it wasn't just a rubber band, it was like a dry forest. The market was primed to explode on literally any good news. But did alternative assets actually confirm this rally, or is it a trap?
Well, it's an interesting puzzle. I mean, Bitcoin popped 1.94%. But it's still stuck in this really messy downtrend.
Right. And what about the metals?
Gold surged 3.79% and silver jumped over 7%. But honestly, because the macro environment is still so unstable, I look at that silver move as just a massive volatile relief bounce.
Wait, really? A 7% surge in silver is just a relief bounce? That feels a little dismissive of a huge move. Doesn't that imply this whole stock rally might be a trap?
It implies you need to be skeptical. A 7% move is huge, sure, but it's happening inside a broader context of war volatility. It hasn't broken its overarching resistance yet.
Wow. Well, that brings up a golden rule for days like this. Never blindly buy the headline. You have to respect those resistance trend lines to avoid emotional traps.
Absolutely. Price structure over panic or greed.
And by the way, if you want to understand how to map those lines, Grok Trade's mentorship program teaches these specific institutional techniques. They show you exactly how to spot the difference between a genuine reversal and a fake counter-trend rally.
They really do. It's a game changer. And I'll leave everyone with this to mull over tonight. If this entire explosive rally was built on the fragile hope of de-escalation hitting an oversold market, what happens to these tight technical setups if that peace narrative suddenly reverses tomorrow?
Oh man, that is exactly the kind of tension we need to be watching for. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll catch you in tomorrow's market summary.